Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
There we go. Back man. 120. Focus, defense, focus. Here, Let's 5-2. Let's 5-2. Undercut. Sunday.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, high 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
To throw is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
Go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. That's fielded in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Rivers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Prescott now from the 50. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Well, we've got a good divisional battle here tonight in the NFC East. Tomorrow night, we get one in the AFC East. The Patriots and the Jets. Monday Night Football, MetLife Stadium. Coverage at 8:15 Eastern Time. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Prescott on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. But now it's 3rd and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Here we go, 46. Hey, let's go. Come crouch. I'm coming after us, boys. Coming after you. Go, Mike.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
We got this.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Prescott. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. He'll let it fly for... And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, that great field position. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Go, get out there,
Prescott from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, G.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go to 54. Line 47. Lucky. Come on. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Don't go. 280! For Tokyo!
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. Check back. Check back.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Big play there for Philly. 44 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On 1st down, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Keeps himself upright. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
82-40.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Out of the gun, this is Howard. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, Wentz. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, it's Wentz, and he's going to go down again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Under. Motion. 58.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Prescott to throw it. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
We're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 1st down, Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he'll go down. down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to you, coming to you. Cross the shot.
Working from the gun, Wentz. They still can't get it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. All day, all day.
Let's go, 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Rivers, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darius Slayton with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Waiting.
We don't get tonight. Mike over there. You must be dreaming.
Wentz now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Derek Rivers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check 13. 10-5-7.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Go. 120! Let's go!
Throwing on first is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 76 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
50. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, Marcus. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott here to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Catch made by Slayton. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final.